coming in. Let the more dogs come back. Yo,
That was like perfect placement, son. What up, gang?
What up?
We back with another installment.
Listen. We were just talking. Dante was listening.
Yeah. I was definitely a fly on the wall.
Steve and I. Shout out to Steve. What's up?
Hey,
Steve?
hey, what's up, guys?
So Steve and I
scholars?
were just talking about SummerSlam last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all were.
And if you guys don't know that, Steve and I are still very much into wrestling aficionados.
Yes,
I have a
y'all are
podcast of
avid-
it.
avid,
I have a
wrestling
podcast
watchers.
of it, of course.
And then, but SummerSlam, WWE put on a good show. Clap it up for WWE. That was a
Yeah,
good
of
show
course.
last night, man.
I'll clap it up.
That was a good show last night.
Really good show.
Like, you know what I like? Before we get into what happened, we'd be brief because I don't want Dante to just be sitting here like, what the fuck are you guys talking
I
about?
do have something about that I could talk about SummerSlam. It just don't really have nothing to do with what's going on right
exactly.
now.
But this because I was what the WWE's doing now, like the storyline is so good that this is why it's hard for me to watch other promotions. I still watch it. I'm not going to say the other promotions, but
Nah, you can't even say yo.
no,
I can say
it's
it.
harder for me to watch it because they don't build the storylines up properly. You feel me? It's like I feel like you have to be really more into the wrestling than you are into the story to really fully enjoy these other promotions.
Okay. So it would be like if somebody was more interested in an action movie than like a drama.
Exactly.
With action.
Yeah.
They want the action and then you can throw in some drama.
That's like watching
Okay.
Die Hard and being
Okay.
fully invested in the fact that his wife left him.
Okay. Yeah. See, and now it's like, okay, everything makes sense when you say it like that.
You get it? So
Yeah, that was a good one.
You guys are nicer.
but so
You guys are nicer than in my
I
podcast.
appreciate it.
though,
I appreciate
when
it.
we talk about
I appreciate
this.
you guys.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'll give you your flowers because
Exactly.
normally I'll be hating, but today I'm gonna give you that one. I like that one, son.
But that's why it's hard for me to get into the other promotions because they don't build the storylines up. And then once they do have these matches, if they do try to build the storylines up, they'll have the match and it's over. WWE / WWF for years have been like, yo, you gonna get this shit. We're gonna keep serving it to you. The fucking Rock and Stone Cold had a storyline for years.
Yeah.
So, like, you feel me? So, going back to last night, we just gonna talk about the main event.
Yeah.
And how they brought my man Roman back, Steve.
Man, the tribal chief. You already know the
Listen,
the
I
original
used to-
tribal
I used to
chief.
hold my one like the Rock and hold my shit up like
Yeah,
this.
right. The Bang Bang City game.
But I closed it last night. We put our ones up.
Put our ones up, yo.
The OTC.
OTC, original
OTC
tribal
came
chief.
back last night. The original tribal chief came back last night and came and wrecked shit. Like, for what the yo, and shout out to Steve because I just piggybacked off his idea. We were just talking about this shit before the episode. These motherfuckers are literally writing a wrestling Avengers.
That's what actually got me interested in listening. Because then once y'all said the Avengers, I'm like, how in the world? But I know some of these names.
Yeah.
So it's like when y'all was talking about the other stuff, it's like, because I remember I just said it to Steve. I was like, oh, that's like Infinity War. He was like, nah. That other one was more like Ultron.
Yeah.
So it's like, we thought that was as bad as it
Exactly.
could get. But nah.
Nah, you thought Ultron was wrecking shit? Nah.
The thing is,
Some more. Thanos in the background just waiting.
the thing is,
Think
like,
about it. That's why he keep calling himself the final boss.
Okay.
So, I feel like with the rest of the year, they can really play this shit all the way up into the next WrestleMania if they wanted to.
they could.
They really could.
They are actually.
You think they are?
Yeah, they are. This is gonna continue until probably the next WrestleMania.
Listen, that's so we got almost a year. What is it, like 10
This
months?
has been like 5 to 6 years already making it.
Yo, because Roman held the belt for
Storytelling.
4 years.
Okay.
He won the title in the WrestleMania during COVID when they were in Tampa Bay. Held that shit the entire time.
This is
Okay.
definitely storytelling at its
Yep.
best. Right?
And the shit that they branched off, they started inviting cousins back. Now they've signed new family members that were in other promotions to come on.
Okay.
Obviously, The Rock came back.
It's a family affair.
Yo, listen, if Rikishi probably training in the background, his big ass about to come back.
Yo.
Listen, like they about to start
blood
having
back
holograms of fucking Yokozuna.
It's a lot of Polynesian blood back then.
Yo, it's so
That's crazy.
It's so much shit they could do with this. But my one fear is, and I don't think it's a fear for Steve, and he could tell y'all. But I just wonder what they're going to do with Cody. I don't want Cody to go stale for the next couple of months because he's fully involved in this shit as well. So, like, with Roman coming back and helping him last night, they're not just going to have Cody go and fight somebody else for the belt. I don't think they would, because then it wouldn't make sense to still keep him involved in all of that shit. Because there's so many, and it's literally just like the Avengers, because you got Captain America trying to tell everybody, hey, Winter Soldier is my brother. He's my brother. We're not going to kill him. He's my brother. I treat you guys like family, but that's my brother. So now they got so many motherfuckers on the outside of the family involved in this shit too. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, fucking LA Knight might be able to get involved in this shit somehow.
Oh, damn.
Like, it's so much.
So it's a feud in the family.
Yeah.
But they also got other people that they bringing into it. So it's making it even.
Think of it, Dante. Think of it as like there's one feud that contributes to all the feuds that are in the roster, like, or that one feud is just attracting more people in the roster to be involved. Let's say, because this one feud is the longest storytelling in history of that's like the best booking.
So it's like the Big Bang, like literally just one little spark. Sparked all these other things just to happen from it. That's crazy.
And every time you think it's about to go stale, it gets better.
It gets better. Yeah.
And it's like, yo, because real talk, after WrestleMania that just passed happened, I thought it was going to be over.
Oh, no.
And then they came back like 2 weeks later with Solo, like, yeah, I'm taking over the bloodline. I'm like, whoa.
But first it was The Rock, though. It was The Rock saying, like, okay, I'm going to come back for this.
No, yo, but, like, and I like that, because what they might do, what I think they're going to do, I don't think The Rock's going to come back and be on Roman's side.
No,
I think The Rock's going to come back and be on Solo's side.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to make it interesting.
Remember, that original match at WrestleMania was supposed to be Rock versus Roman.
Okay. That's right, because I remember you was talking about that. Okay, okay.
And that was supposed to kill it. But I think once they realized, like, yo, we can do so much more with this shit and branch off and make it longer and get us more bread out of it, that's when they were like, fuck it.
Okay.
We're going to keep Cody involved in this shit. Let Cody win, and then the other family members can step in, and they can be even bigger.
Okay.
Because now what it also does is, because the other family members that just were hired by WWE, they still have to somewhat make a name for themselves. This is going to help their brands grow as well. So now once it's over, everyone's known.
Everyone wins. And then for the WWE sense,
and now they got
more storylines that you could spin off from what's happening from here.
And now they got more motherfuckers that they can big up.
Dude, so it's like they're doing it in a way where they're writing it. It writes itself. Like basically where they plug in these little pieces, like, yo, it writes itself. We just got to kind of, curate it.
My man Triple H is looking like a whole genius right now.
Yep.
This is all his
He's
doing.
a mad scientist back there, bro.
Yo, it's all Triple H.
He is playing the game.
The head of control, like creative.
He is currently playing the game. He is playing the game.
He's been saying it in his theme song forever. Yeah. It's time to play the game. He's been saying it.
Yo, Sean, you know what I want from Solo one day?
Yeah.
When they reveal that The Rock is working under him or something.
What?
They reveal that Solo is working under The Rock.
Yo.
I want him to say, Solo, I want him to say, I did it for The Rock. Just like his father said it.
Just like Rikishi. Because remember, Rikishi was doing
I
that
did
when
it
he
for
interviewed.
The Rock.
Who was Rock was feuding with Stone Cold, right?
He was feuding with Stone Cold, and then Rikishi ran Stone Cold over, and he tried to take The Rock with him as accountability.
Yeah, he's like, I did it for you, cuz.
I remember that. I do remember that. That beef was crazy. The Rock. That beef was crazy.
The way Solo talking right now, I feel like he's gonna say it.
Yeah, I like it too though, because a lot of people were scared that Solo wouldn't be able to be on the mic, and he proved everybody wrong.
He doesn't talk that way though on the mic before. Remember?
Yeah, he didn't talk at all.
No, he did. Well, NXT, he had like a very fluent sentences that he would literally say. Okay. Like he was really like a star in NXT. But then they made him quiet, and then now that he's talking in like pauses. Like Solo. Or he'll be like, wise man. Do you have preparations for today?
So do you
know what's going on?
So what you're telling me is he narrates like he's an anime character.
A little bit. Like he's one of those strong dudes that just doesn't speak in many sentences now. Like it's just like word, pause, word, pause, word, pause. Like,
man of little words, not many words.
Yes.
Okay.
But he played his part really well, and I'm happy you brought up NXT because I need to get more in. Well, I am more in the NXT now for what I was back in the day.
Okay. The crossovers.
No,
and y'all said NXT is like the WWE G League, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But it's you still get fire matches out of it as well.
Okay.
Now, granted, there are some undercard matches on NXT. Like, all right, well, I get why they're in NXT, but what they're doing now in NXT is that because they allow Shawn Michaels to run creative for them. Every now and then they'll have a main card guy come back down to NXT and feud with somebody on NXT to kind of give it a little bit more juice. But the way they're not like. I watch NXT now for the women's wrestling. You know,
bet you do.
You know, see, don't do that.
He be watching Last Legend. I know. He be watching Last Legend. I know.
Don't do that. I had to explain myself last night about this shit too, because women's wrestling is not how it was back in the day, where it was just bra and panties and mud ratchets. These motherfuckers are actually jumping off shit, being mad athletic,
talented as fuck.
Like, I think I told Steve this a couple months ago. My favorite is Sol Ruka.
So, mine too. Okay. Sol Ruka.
Because what they're doing now is they're actually hiring athletes to do this shit.
Okay.
So there's people there's like former MMA fighters. Sol Ruka was a gymnast at Oregon.
Okay.
So you can only imagine the shit
like
she's
the flipping and all that. Okay.
And her cutter is like the best cutter ever.
Yo, her finisher is insane. Like, you know how I used to argue with motherfuckers that the diamond cutter was better than RKO.
Yeah.
Her fucking move is both of them shits, but she springboards off the rope and does a flip like a moonsault with it.
Oh, that's tough.
That is tough.
That's a tough move.
So she'll hit you in the corner and then literally jump off the rope, flip, and then catch you.
You know what?
Cool.
You know what it's called, Sean?
I forgot what it's called.
Soul Snatcher.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is a cool move.
That's a cool ass move. Like when y'all, I'm sure you have, Steve. You ever play like the WWE wrestling games?
Of course.
Yo, when you do the finishers on those games, how impactful it is. I mean, I know it's impactful when you see it live, but like that move that you just described, like legit sounds like a video game finisher.
I'm going to show you it.
It looks like it.
And once you see it,
show him that.
I remember the first time I watched her do it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, wait, is this real? Is that CGI?
She's a video game character, bro.
Yo.
In real life.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it was so fluid. Like,
I've never seen any woman like this.
Yeah.
Like, actually throw it down like that.
Yo.
Okay.
So when they move her up to the main roster, she's going to elevate all of their fucking games because they can't just be bullshitting with her because she's so good at what she does already.
I'm kind of worried about that.
The only reason they didn't push her up is because she tore her ACL last year.
Yeah, but I'm kind of worried about her being in the main roster because, you know, sometimes they could dumb her down.
They're going to have to a little bit because the women on the main roster right now are not going to be able to do that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, because most of and it's still kind of Vince's fault.
Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
So Vince was always obsessed with big motherfuckers. Vince wanted you to be as big as possible, as strong as possible, and he worry about the wrestling later. And that was always a mistake because yes, the storylines are really good, but if you can't fucking wrestle, what are we watching? So what they're doing now is they're hiring actual athletes to do this shit. But now a lot of motherfuckers on the main roster is gonna be like, I can't put myself in the right spots. Like, as good as women's wrestling is now, there's a lot of moments where you can tell that they're in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Like, and it's annoying sometimes to watch, but then you gotta remind yourself, like, yeah, it's planned. Like, I don't like to where, like, if they fall in the wrong spot, they don't like. Back in the day, if you fell in the wrong spot, a wrestler would like hit you again or something like that just so you can move over to the right spot. Yeah. Now these motherfuckers just straight up move while they're on the ground.
Yeah, they do.
They have a body roll thing. They think he do nothing.
Like they get slammed. They'll get slammed on the floor and then they'll wiggle.
Yeah,
just so they can land on the spot, you know, like
and we can see that shit. Like,
yeah, we can see it.
Like, obvious.
It's if anything, what are you doing? Like, flail your arms so the dude know to come drag you over or something like that.
Like we understand what we're watching is fucking scripted, but don't be obvious.
It's like we know. It's like if you play hide and seek with somebody, and it's like, oh, they're hiding behind the couch. But I was hiding. It's like, yeah, but bro, like take it serious. Like why wouldn't I look behind the couch? Like I know
I'm waiting for the dude saying gotcha,
but like who moves when they're knocked out?
I'm like waiting for the dude and saying gotcha. Like,
it's like the fucking Russo brothers come out in the Avengers, pausing the movie and be like, hey, we did this cuz.
That's some Deadpool shit.
But listen, If y'all were fans of wrestling back in the day, I promise you, this is the time to get back into it. Yes. There were a few years in between that was like, this shit is nonsense. Okay. It's back.
As a person who is that person that watched it and then don't watch it no more because it got stale for a while, I'll take your advice. Yes. So viewers, take their advice and give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
I had Grace watching SummerSlam with me last night, and she was fully into it.
All right.
You know how, like, we have some common interests, but a lot of the shit we like are not common. She was fully into that shit.
Popcorn and everything.
Like, ask me questions like, who this? Who that? When she does it, I'm like, you know how some men get annoyed by that? Yeah. I like when she do that because that means she's actually trying to grasp it. Yeah. So she was into it.
Okay. That's awesome. All right. So, yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah. The next, I don't know. You gotta let me know. I don't even know.
We have a pay-per-view. We all gotta go out into like a bar or something that they have like the pay-per-view watching up there.
Listen, next year's WrestleMania is in fucking Vegas. If y'all want to do it,
we could do Vegas.
Yo, I mean, do Vegas. If it's as lit as you say, and I watch enough of it leading up to it, I'll be down.
If they keep the storyline on.
My cousin called me to this. I want to take my cousin because John Cena is our hero.
Yo, he's
and it's his last day. Like, his last day.
Like, he's about to, like, be done.
Be done at WrestleMania.
Next year's WrestleMania is going to be his last.
His very last day.
Dang.
Yeah, so it would be exciting to take her there, like, for his last day.
Oh, you guys heard it first. Bravery Studios going to Vegas.
Check out for the vlog.
For the second time. We're going to Vegas for the second time.
Shit, that'd be number what?
Word.
4?
I went last year.
That'd be number 5 for me.
That'll be 3 for me.
Yeah.
No, I lied. My second time. Because I forgot we went out there for you.
Yeah.
So that if it's 4 for you, if 5 or 4.
4. It would be 4 for me.
Then it'd be 3 for me. Okay. It'd be 3, like I said. Yeah.
Vegas is a great city. Shout out to Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas is pretty fun. Yeah. Speaking of that,
they need fans.
Oh no, this is actually on topic for what we was going to cover for the rest of the episode. Ain't it going to be in Vegas? Oh no, that's LA. The Olympics.
The Olympics gonna be in LA next.
It's gonna be in LA.
It's very close.
Of all, let me tell you how the Olympics has been on since as long as I can remember. Every 4 years. Someone asked me, I believe it was actually Thanos. She asked me, was there an Olympics in 2020?
Yes.
How was that? Because I remember there was an Olympics around that time, but it wasn't what it was.
It just certain things got canceled, and obviously
certain games got canceled.
Certain events just didn't happen.
Okay, that's what it was.
And then they no fans.
No fans could come. They use just like you just watch the matches. That's what I know. It was like a weird thing, but then also, watching the ones in Paris this year, I didn't know that different things happen in different parts of the area.
The fuck, so my dumb ass was one spot.
My dumb ass was thinking like how they do like the like how you can have a wrestling match and a basketball game in the same stadium. I'm like, how the hell y'all get clay, grass, sand? What happened to the roof? So I knew there was like certain events like the beach volleyball. Like obviously that's somewhere different. But like the tennis, 3D printer. the badminton, the fencing, I thought that was all like in the same.
You are aware that if they have it in a fucking place when there's no beaches, they'll create like a beach.
It's a man-made beach, like Osei was telling us about with the glass and everything. But this beach won't have glass.
You thought they was doing that shit all in one place? That's hilarious.
Honestly, but I was very, very not invested in the Olympics until very recently.
But that's why they try to purposely choose big ass cities.
Yeah, and that makes sense because now I'm actually watching. This year I watched fencing. Yeah. Have you ever watched the fencing match?
Yes.
It is mad exciting.
It's
mad exciting to watch. And then when the person is like losing, and you see them like taking riskier moves, fencing is my new shit.
Listen, I only watch fencing, handball, water polo, and table tennis at the Olympics.
Table tennis. On the animes.
The breakdancing got me pissed off because it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
I didn't see it for that exact reason.
I saw one of them because breakdancing is fucking supposed to be pop locking and spinning on the ground.
Put a cardboard box on the floor, hit the boogaloo, all that. Yeah.
I was watching these motherfuckers. I forgot what country it was from. They were literally holding broomsticks and shit and just moving with it. I'm like, that's not breakdancing. I'm like, what are we watching?
Didn't that happen in like one movie? The dude had the broom and was like. I think Dave Chappelle made fun of it. So.
The fucking Genuine the Pony video?
Nah. No. I think it's a breakdancing movie. It's legit a breakdancing movie, and he has a broom in his hand. Yo, scholars, put it in the comments because I know they know, and we're gonna probably know afterwards. But it's legit, like Get Break or Break Dance. It's a break dancing movie where the dude is in a movie.
Popping or something like that.
Might be breaking, maybe. It's Dave Chappelle like literally had a skit.
It's from like the 80s, right?
Yeah, and Dave Chappelle literally had a skit. This is when he was doing the Chappelle show.
Yeah, and
he was making fun of it with the string on his finger. It was going like this with the broom and everything. I don't remember the name of the damn movie, but that's what
it might be called. Poppin'.
I'm not going to say that that's what it's called because I feel like breaking is in there somewhere. Break, something like that. Mm-hmm. But at any rate, that's where I'm assuming they got it from.
But yeah, so I'm happy you said that because what's going on right now, it just seems like a lot of people are just not aware of certain things. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, well, you didn't know that, but the 2020 Olympics were in Tokyo.
I knew that. I remember that. That's what that's why I was like, did it actually happen? Because I don't really remember it.
So they were in Tokyo, and my thing is that, and this is going to get into what everybody has been hearing for the last 3 or 4 days. Americans got to stop believing that the world revolves around us.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
We have to stop doing this.
Listen, this was a third rock from the sun. They think that's America. Like America's the third rock from the sun.
When you watch these movies and the world is just a big ass map of America.
Whenever they say we got to save the world, it's only Americans talking about how Americans are going to get saved.
Listen, we got to stop doing that shit. Like, before we get into what everybody's been talking about, I'll go into the fucking opening ceremony of this Olympics. So basically, there was a lot of backlash from how you say that shit? Evangelical?
I know the religion is, if you're that denomination, is an evangelist. So I think it would be evangelical,
whatever.
But go with my first one because that's the one that I know.
They all I know is, as far as their Christianity, they borderline on sacrilegion a lot.
Okay.
Because they are constantly pushing motherfuckers higher than what they actually push Jesus and God, which you're not supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they've been on this tirade because the end of the opening ceremony, it was a group of people sitting at the table that was supposed to mirror the first Olympic Games. Mm-hmm. But to them, they thought they were trying to make fun of the Last Supper. So granted, remind you, the Olympics this year are happening in Paris.
Yeah.
Paris is in what country?
France, I believe.
I didn't know France was America. They're not. Is France America?
I mean, we got ties with them.
No. But are they in America?
Oh no, sir. No, sir.
Does America run the Olympic Committee?
Run the entire Olympic? You mean with all the other worlds that have teams and things involved? No, I don't think so.
I didn't know. I
don't think so.
Somehow, some way, these people and all these MAGA motherfuckers have decided that, that's wrong. They shouldn't have done that. This is what's wrong with the world and society. This is why we need to vote for Trump.
Yo, you know what it is? You ever found somebody who complains just to complain?
Yes.
Like, there's no reason for it. Mm-hmm. They just start complaining. And then when you try to say, like, well, here's the solution, they go, no. And then complain about the same thing. Yeah. That's how I view them. They say things that just don't make sense and then double down. So it's like, so I really can't say nothing to you because, like, you're doubling down, which means you really believe that shit.
And then you prove the wrong, and they be like, well, no, you're wrong.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Stop beating around the bush.
No, but you know what I mean. No. I know what you mean because you said it.
I walked into the fucking gym yesterday, and there's some dude that we always play basketball with, and he was in there talking that shit, and I'm like, bro, that's not what happened.
You know what I find? But go ahead.
I'm like, bro, that's not what happened. He's like, there's little kids there. They're talking about the Last Supper. I'm like, no, they weren't. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, on top of that, you're making this an American political issue when the dude who did that shit was some French guy. What are we talking about right now?
Because you have to complain about something. But you know what I find crazy? And this is actually, like, if you look at the roster, right? Speaking on America, we got, politics involved in this. Obviously, we got the election coming up not too long. You ever find it weird that when it comes to representation from us, black and brown, in the Olympics for America, everyone loves talking about it? Like, remember when Sha'Carri Richardson was this evil person because she smoked a little bit of weed because she enjoys it for whatever reason? She does what she does. But y'all took it out away from who she is as an athlete. Now she over there at the Olympics and y'all slurping. Y'all, oh my God, we love Sha'Carri. We love Sha'Carri. But when she did it for the World Games or did it for the other tournaments that she was in, she was still doing the same shit.
But you know why they did that? Because she was on, like, she wasn't losing, but she wasn't finishing first or second when that shit went down. So the fact that
it was after all that publicity came from it, that's when it started happening. Because before that, yo, she was eating, bro.
She was doing good. I remember it vividly. She was doing good. And then she had her moment. Something happened to her family.
Yeah, it was a death of her, I think her grandma. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
And then she was using the weed to cope.
Yes.
And then she had her meat. She did bad in it. And then that's when they started.
And they took that and ran with it.
But my thing, but that's what they do to us.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I find it hilarious how, like, you know, like, what's his name? Lyle Anderson? I think I'm probably butchering his name, but
I know you're talking about
the brother,
yeah,
the Olympic runner who's real nice. They said the same thing that you were saying. He was like, "Oh, I didn't take it very seriously." Blah 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 blah. They try to make it into this whole big story. It's like, you know, this man can run, right? But it's like when we do something, yo, it's all under that microscope. But if you think about all these other sports, bro, like, yo, I've been watching beach volleyball, right? I don't know if anybody else been watching it. There's these two white women in there who are nice. Like, the way they've been talking about them, like, yo, they're the number one at this and number two at that. Let them do not as well. It's probably just going to be a couple people like, I wish they would have done better. Let one of us do something and we don't bring home the gold. For example, let Team USA not win a gold. Watch what the fuck happens.
But you see,
anything other than gold, watch what happens, son.
This is what has been happening to us for almost centuries now. Because when Jesse Owens won his gold medal, when was that, in the 30s?
Yep.
When he put the fist up, you would have thought, like, he shot somebody. Not Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens didn't put the fist up. I gotta remember who put the fist up. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
I gotta read some more. But
we won't go with Jesse Owens.
But Jesse Owens was getting ridiculed because when he ran...
I know who you're talking about. It's the dude who did the Black Power fist when he won and put his head down.
But I go back to Jesse Owens because remember when Jesse Owens was running, he was running when Hitler was still in charge of Germany. And the Olympic Games were in Munich that year. So, and Hitler was like literally there like, oh, these white men are going to win because we're better, blah, blah, blah. And like, so when Jesse Owens did that shit, it was like, kind of like, yeah, fuck you. This is the shit that's happened with us all the time, and this is why I have trouble with accepting conservative ideology because the ones who are running the shit, they know exactly what they're doing. They know the message they're trying to put across. They know that if we don't bring value to whatever they want to get paid off of, then it's fuck us. What I have issue is, since that message is so blatantly obvious, when you have people who look like us side with that shit, that bothers the hell out of me because it's like, I refrain from calling people stupid because I know that's really rude to do. So I try not to do that anymore. But it's like, how are you that unaware of what's happening?
You can use the word asinine. That's not, you don't have to call someone stupid.
I say ignorant.
But asinine just means that they're acting, idiotic.
I mean,
so you're not saying that they're stupid. But you sure are acting like it.
And people... But my thing is, I hate when people choose to be ignorant on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Because, people hear that we're ignorant and just assume that it's an insult. It's not. All ignorant means is not knowing.
Yeah.
So,
that's literally the definition.
You were ignorant to wrestling. I'm not going to, insult you about it.
You're so dumb that you didn't know. My bad. I just really didn't know.
But my thing is like, it's so much shit that happens in the world right now that you could literally look up and prove yourself wrong. But that also goes into why when the internet was first created, people thought it was going to be this amazing thing that was going to make the world smarter. The internet is actually making motherfuckers dumber. Like I said, I'm not going to put anybody's names out there, but I've been having conversations with people who are close to me and telling me things about conspiracies and shit that's happened, and then I ask them where they're hearing this from, and they'll just show me random YouTube clips.
And it's like, that's that person is also just believing what you're saying. So
yo, Steve, keep it here. So all right, we're gonna get into this too. I'm pretty sure all you guys have been hearing about the Algerian boxer, the female who's been getting fucking destroyed.
Yes.
Okay.
I've heard of it. I can't speak for the viewers, but I have, yeah.
So what made me bring it up now because obviously there were memes put out immediately after she beat the Italian lady of them trying to claim that this woman is a man. Mm-hmm. It was already proven that she's a woman. Mm-hmm. She just had higher testosterone levels. A lot of people on this earth don't know that women can have fucking testosterone in their body.
Yo, you know what's crazy? There are a lot of people. They think if it's like a woman or a man, because men can have estrogen in their system too. But,
and motherfuckers don't.
But then you know what? If you say that, oh, that nigga gay. It's like, yo, that's not what I'm saying. So that's not even what that shit means.
So to the point where this lady has been boxing for almost 10 years now.
Okay.
She got her ass beat in the last Olympics. Mm-hmm. Nobody said nothing about that. Yeah. Nobody said nothing about that. But she come back and put the pause on this fucking Italian lady. All of a sudden, she's a man. And guess what? Guess what happened? These American fucking conservatives started having a field day with it. Oh, why would they let this man and this transgender box against women? Guess what? She's from Algeria. Guess what's illegal in Algeria?
Steroids and things?
Being trans.
Oh,
being gay is illegal in that country. So you think this country where it's illegal to be trans or gay,
they're gonna just come out at the Olympics?
They're gonna let her in the Olympics? What the fuck?
It's like, nah, we're gonna give her the grandest of stages.
We're gonna let her promote all of her sexuality, which we wholeheartedly disagree with. What the fuck? Yo,
but it's to your point, yo.
This is what's wrong with our country. It's not the world. This is what's wrong with our country. Because we already know that a good portion of the world is very conservative. But Americans are stupid. What the fuck?
That's why when we go to other countries, and that's why, I can't speak for everybody, but when I go to other countries, I'm on my best behavior. Not because, there was something bad. If someone knows that I'm American, I'm just afraid of now how I'm about to get treated. Because, there's a lot of countries that don't rock with us just on the sheer fact of like, I see what y'all got going on over there. Like, this dude I know, I actually work with him. He's my GM. He's from Australia.
Yeah.
He told me when he went over there, he was like visiting family and stuff like that. This was around the Trump assassination. They just talk about it like it was like, just like, hey, how's the weather? Like, the way that the way that a lot of people talk about shit that happens here, it really only applies to us. Because when you go to other countries and they hear about it, they're like, oh, all right, well, anyway, what are we about to do for lunch today? Like,
that's how it should be, bro. Like, we're looked so down upon, bro, and it's insane, bro. Like, and the crazy part is just normal shit that should be happening here. People literally be like, no, they're right for not letting us have universal health care. What? Every fucking civilized nation on this country has it. We're the only ones who don't. Why? And then they let you motherfuckers believe that it's something we shouldn't have?
Yes.
Like, the fuck?
Do you know why,
Do you know education is free in almost every fucking civilized country?
Gasp!
Oh my God!
Let me clutch my pearls.
You know in every civilized country, public schools actually feed their kids for free?
Stop playing. You don't have to make a certain amount or under that to get your kids free lunch?
Bruh.
What? It's preposterous.
When I tell you, and then to sum it all up, somebody wrote on fucking Twitter, one of these, I'm always arguing with these fucking conservatives on Twitter.
You love it.
Somebody wrote, when somebody wrote about the Algerian woman, somebody wrote underneath, no. She's a man. She had X and Y chromosomes. This is what Joe Rogan said. The person said, she's a man because Joe Rogan said it. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, but that's like when you talk to people and they're like, where'd you get this information from? Oh, I saw it on TikTok. Y'all know that people who agree on a lot of things together doesn't make them right. It just makes a lot of people agree on the same thing. Yeah. So again, when people say things like, oh, I learned it from TikTok, is this a credible source? Like, granted, there could be people who have accreditations to be saying the things that they're saying. Yeah. And this is like a doctor's TikTok or a psychologist. Cool. Nah, y'all just follow what this influencer said, who also saw it from someone else on YouTube, who also saw it from someone else. So we don't even know who to fact check. But y'all go ahead and run with that shit, because...
Listen, I'm going to... I see it. Listen, we saw it. We saw it, Steve.
Yeah, I just seen that shit. Steve, has it been up there long?
It's been up there for like 3 minutes.
Okay.
But listen, on that note, before we get out of here, I'm gonna just say this.
Steve, you know we love you.
I'm gonna just say this. Research what the fuck y'all talk about before y'all talk on it. So many people was wrong about this woman. And it's so fucked up because this lady is dealing with something that she can't control. That's just naturally happening to her. And people are trying to ridicule for her. And that's fucked up. Before you type enter, go look it up.
Proofread.
And remember, to prove your hypothesis right, you have to directly search against it. Don't go in Google and put the Algerian man. Don't do that.
Because the answer will be yes from someone.
People fucking dumb. Listen, the more you fucking know.
Yes.
And I'm going to listen to you. I'm not going to argue with people online as much as I used to because it's becoming too much.
Yeah, man. That's how you
but
get.
I'm not going to stop posting about
That's
it.
how you
people
get boils and you deal with all the stress and.
It ain't fucked me up that much.
Man.
But when this shit happened, I ain't gonna front. I was on my phone just like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, shut up. But we going to chill.
I'm going to be that 40-year-old, 50. I can't wait to be an old man so I can laugh at people's dumb stuff. And because I'm old, no one's going to say anything to me.
Listen,
that's going to be good times.
I ain't trying to have Steve come through this glass.
Word up. We love you, Steve.
On that note, we appreciate y'all. Make sure you follow us and subscribe and like and comment on our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our podcast sources, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your fucking podcast. On that note, No Talent Beats. Play us out. We'll see y'all.
That's me dropping bombs.
Perfect.
See? Yeah. I did that beatbox, y'all. Y'all just didn't see it. That's it. Y'all have fun. Be safe. Watch the Olympics. It's pretty fun.
And remember, water sucks.
Damn. Water sucks. It really, really
I said.